Hello, in this Java programming video, we are going to take a look at numbers. So if you watched the data types video, if you haven't, recommend going to it. And if you have, so that's pretty cool. We covered numbers in there. We covered like a bunch of data types. We covered integers, we covered floats, we covered long, all of that really cool stuff. And I covered, the maximum value, the minimum value, how much, memory it takes in, memory. And that's all cool stuff. But you can do a lot more with numbers, especially when it comes to more like mathematical operations. And there's a math library, and you can just use it straight away. So if, let's say, let's create a float. We create a float called I equals 59.4. Like so. And we do system dot out dot println, and in here we're gonna print out I normally. So that's pretty cool. What we can do is actually round it. So we got a comment here, so round. So to round it, you just do math.round and specify the value I, and if we were to run it, it rounds it to 59. If I were to, let's say, change this to 56, so it's above the halfway mark, it now rounds it to a cool 60. So that's rounding, that's pretty cool. We can also do logarithms in here as well. So I put and do system.out.println, and in here I'm going to put, let's say I'm going to do math.log, and I'm just trying to think of a log that'll be easy for me to just figure out. So if I do a log of 100 should result in 2. Have I done it wrong then? Let me just think about it. So log let me think about it. So let me just open up a new window. So log of 100 is 2. The only other thing I could potentially think of is, that's exactly right. Okay, so when you do log in here, it is actually of base E. And if you want to print out E as well, we'll actually print out E. .out.println, we'll do math.e, like so. And don't like that for some reason. Capital E. What am I doing? And there we have E. Obviously, not all the decimal points because it just goes on forever, but we got a reasonable amount to get what we need. And I'm going to show you how to do powers now. So power, and we're going to do system.out.println, and in here we are going to print math.pow, or the result of math.pow. And this is a method that is part of the math class, and we're going to be covering methods for now. We'll be covering methods later on. So in here, first of all, you specify the base number. So if you specify 10, and then we put 2, so result in 100 because it's 2 squared. We can, put 5 there, so we should have 5 zeros at the end of it, excluding the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's pretty cool and really useful. Saves time having to do something like 10 times 10 times 10. As you can see, it's already takes quite a bit of time. Imagine if you have to do it to like the power of 100 or something, so something crazy like to the power of negative, like some negative power, or even not even a whole number. Okay, so we've done powers. You can also do square root. We're not covering all of the different sort of number math functions that you can use. I'll provide a link with this video where you can check them all out, but there are so many of them. Okay, so square root, so you can do system.out.println, and if we do math.sqroot or sqrt, and in here if we put 4, easy value, we know it should be 2. So it prints out 2, which is, all good stuff. And I'll show you 2 more. I'll show you sine. So sine. So this is trigonometry. And the system dot out dot println. And in here we are going to put math dot sine. And if we were to put, let's put 0. So this should result in 0. If we put pi, okay, I don't know how accurate this will get. 3.14159. Pi should result in 0, but because it's not a whole value, it's like a very small. That's very small, but it's not quite. But what we can do is actually use pi. So we could simply put something like, let's say if we do double pi equals math.pi, and we use pi here. We could immediately just put math.pi there, but I just didn't want to complicate it too much by putting, some sort of constant into a method call. So I thought I'd just simplify it a bit. I'll abstract it. And if I run this now, we get, again, yeah, a very small number. If you have true pi, it will be 0, but you're obviously losing precision here. And as a result, you will not get the value of, the value that we want, which is 0 if you were to put pi in there. And that's just, the unfortunate reality of it, because we are losing precision. That's something to bear in mind. And the last one I'm going to cover is just, random. So you can, get some random number. So I will, actually, you know what? I've covered quite a bit. And I've showed you the different functions. Trigonometry should be another. Yeah. So I've covered quite a lot. I'm going to leave you as an extra task for you to implement the random, functionality in Java. Don't worry, I will provide a link to all of the different methods that you can use for numbers. And thanks for watching. There'll be a link to the GitHub page with this video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next awesome video. Don't forget, if you have questions, feel free to reach out.